Hi guys, I'm back again with the other two buckets to be dug up. Now, those four rotten ones that I chucked in the rubbish bucket that I just didn't bother weighing, I thought, how much would they have actually weighed if there were any good? And because I had a quick look back in the break to find out what I did in the last reveal of these buckets of Homeguard, and I did two buckets and it came to 4.56 pound, and that was at 84 days. Now the 4.28 pound that I've done so far, the first two buckets, and with those added together, comes to 4.56 pound. So even though they've been in another 16 days, they've done diddly squat for putting on weight, really. So, and they are looking a little bit, they don't look alright. It might be because they've got a lot of wet compost and soil on, but none of the others had any kind of rot on them. Not like that. So, interesting. So maybe leaving these for 100 days is just that tad too long. So let's see what the other two buckets do and see if we get the same kind of results. Because normally first earlies, or the UK version of determinate potatoes, we normally leave for about 100 days. But it might just be a tad too much for these. But then again, it could be the fact that they are actually soaking wet. But I wouldn't have thought you'd get that kind of rot overnight, because it was literally about 8:30 last night that I watered them. That's one seed potato. And there's the other one. Yuck. But yeah, these are absolutely soaking wet, and I didn't think I'd put that much in. I tend to put a couple of litres in. But there's loads. And they're a lot bigger. Just ever so wet. Another rotten one. You can't really see because of but I can see past the dirt. And yeah, that's gone squishy as well. So I'm gonna keep that to one side. Ew, that is really gone rotten. Ah, okay. Now that could be because the seed potatoes have gone rotten and it's affecting the rest of them. Yeah, not good at all. Yeah, another one. Oh, yeah. That's starting to turn as well, so not good. There's a tiny, tiny little bit of skin that was off a baby one, and that is completely gone. So we've gone from really, really dry to soaking wet. That looks like it's trying to sprout. Can you see? That's actually started chitting, and that is still a baby one. Weird. Yeah, that is absolutely wringing wet through. Right, what I'm going to do, I'm not going to bother weighing this separately. I'll put it in with the other one. I'm going to pause it, get rid of this soil, get the other one dug up. So, it's not looking great for beating the 84 day one. I think 84, maybe 90 days is probably about the limit for these. But you live and learn. You live and learn. I'm a complete novice at all this. I've only been growing about, what, 5 years, 6 years total. So, I'm still learning. And I'll be learning many more years to come. So, I'm going to pause it, get rid of this. I'll come back to you in a sec. If it'll pause. Hi you guys. Right, bucket number 4. Let's have a look at what we got. Again, quite wet. A few poking out there. See, they look really good. But yeah, ew. Oh god, that stinks. Oh, Christ, you really don't want to. Sorry, pardon my French. Ew, that really smells. Sorry, I'm going to sound like a really heavy breather, nuisance caller now, because I'm trying to just breathe through my mouth and not my nose. But normally, if you water them too much, again, that's gone soft. Something happens a similar way with tomatoes. If they're allowed to dry out and then they get a load of water, what happens is the skin can't cope and it splits, and you get that on potatoes as well. So if these are being quite dry and then being flooded, that's what I would have expected to have happened, not for them to start rotting in the pot. So that baby one that's gone rotten, another baby one gone rotten. So I've cut all the foliage off before I brought them in here, and I'll show you the foliage when I've done all this. But yeah, I won't know for definite just how many have actually started rotting until I give them a really good wash. Some of them are quite obvious, but oh, see potato. Oh, itchy. Another one. Yeah. And then you get one like that, and that looks sound. That's near the top of the pot. So, yeah. Oh God. Oh, forget that. I'm just going to shove them in the bucket. No point trying to weigh it and trying to find out if I've done any better than last time. Oh, beautiful. That was near that one, and that one looks rotted. No, that one's rotting. You can see underneath it's not just dirt. But that has started growing roots. You see. So they've got an older moisture somehow from the bottom, I reckon. And I think I might know how. I mean, I mentioned I've got a sloping garden, and I've got what we call it, very heavy clay which holds on to water. And I've also got some weed suppressant membrane down to walk on, and my plan of action was in winter to start getting it covered. I've seen these like outdoor tiles, for want of a better word. They're like plastic grids that you put things like pea gravel in, and it holds the gravel in, stops it from getting scattered everywhere, and that's what I was planning on doing. So I would have that as like my walkways. Because, I mean, that's the haul anyway for the second two. I really aren't going to bother weighing them. I'll pause this in a minute, give them a wash and see exactly what I've got. But it's better than nothing. Right, sorry for the jerky movements, but this stuff, it's water permeable. So, I mean, you can see the rings where the buckets were stood, and sometimes when I'm stood for a while, my weight is actually bringing water up from the ground. You can see better there. Those dark marks, that's where there's water underneath, and because it is really heavy clay, it's just not draining. It's so compacted, it's just not draining at all. So I've got a lot of surface water, and because it's holding on to it, I reckon through capillary action the buckets have been getting watered from the bottom up, especially here, because obviously when I'm watering, sometimes the water flows underneath, so that's probably what's been happening. But these are the leaves. I mean, yeah, they're dying off, but that's what they do. They end up dying off, but look, that's just dying off that. I mean, there's no rot or anything like that. That's just natural dying off. And same with the leaves. Yes, they're yellow, but that's what happens at the end of a potato plant's life when it's had enough. Because it's not like a perennial. And I've got a few blotches on the leaves, but that's just normal. They're old. So I don't think there's any kind of disease. I just think they've been getting too much water from the compacted clay underneath. So never mind. I've still got some potatoes. I haven't beat my record well, not my record, but I haven't beat what I got last time. But yeah, like I say, it's a learning curve. So I'll probably aim for between 85 and 90 days, I reckon, or maybe just move the pot somewhere different. Right, plan of action. I am going to pause, give these a wash, and let you have a quick look. So, back in a tick. Oh, back again, guys. Sorry about this. I wanted to try and do really quick ones, but hasn't worked out. Okay, so washed them. These in front, I've got blemishes on, which wouldn't store, but you can see if it'll focus a bit. That's started to turn. And these 5 are like that, and that I can cut out and use the rest of it. Oh, focus, silly thing. But them 2, no, they've definitely had it. So I'm going to sling those. And those. The rest of them. Right, I know I wasn't going to weigh them, but you know what? I'm going to. Because otherwise I'm going to be, if I don't weigh them, I'm going to be wondering. And I know I've not done as good as the others, but never mind. Potatoes are potatoes. I don't know why, it's just stopped focusing. Right, are you going to work for me? Oh my god, that's a bit on there. Yay, 7.71 pound. Job done. I've got some potatoes. And that's all that matters. I mean, I was chatting with my neighbour today, and he says, you know, sometimes I wonder if it's worth all that effort and heartache and disappointment that you get with growing. And you know what? It is worth it. If I can put a meal in front of my family, and even if it's just the one meal that year, but it's what I've grown and I've provided, it's worth it. There you go. Cracking. So, there you go, folks. That is the last of the Homeguard potatoes for this year. And all I've got now is the international kidney and the Southpaw mirror. But the Southpaw mirror won't get dug up until the foliage is completely gone. So even though the international kidney need another 20 days, I think to be on the safe side, it might be worthwhile digging them up every couple of days just to keep an eye on them. But anyway, folks, thank you for watching. I apologise, these have gone on far too long, but I don't like rushing when it comes to this kind of thing. And I'll see you guys on the next one. So thank you for watching. I'll see you guys later.